snaps from the aisles. Dannii, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, thanks for coming, thanks to Village, thanks to Channel 7 for giving us this preview, because I haven't even seen what's on the screen tonight.
Oh, really?
You've seen it.
Yes, I don't know how I got a copy.
That's not fair.
Yes, although I know Nat Bass. I'm actually the father of a baby. No, I'm just joking. Don't Twitter that. I'll get in a lot of trouble from Cam, who's a beautiful man. So, Dannii, thank you. This is obviously very, very exciting. You're joining X Factor for the first time in Australia.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, Dannii actually won it back in 2007 and 2010 over in the UK.
Yeah.
Against Simon Cowell. How crazy is that? Which means you were out for Australian blood, right?
I keep telling the other judges, I'm like, I only won 2 years out of 4. Let me say it again. 2 years out of 4.
Yeah!
Yeah, you know, we work hard. We get in there. I love mentoring the acts. I love, you know, just seeing them grow from the first show to the final show is something special, because on the final they do these duets with these world-class acts, and they're as good as them, and they're up there doing it. And you remember back to their very first audition when they were just like shaking like this, and it's pretty cool.
Because it's really hard. We obviously watch it, and when you're seeing it, it is a sea of how many people in the auditorium when they're doing their first audition in front of the judges?
We have about 2,000 to 3,000 people, but from what I believe, they are focused on the 4 in front of the judges, and it's like, you got to get past those 4 people. But you still hear the roar of the crowd, and you hear either cheering or booing, which is, you know, what you don't want to hear, but it does happen. Mostly to me.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, what, are you the tough one?
I'm the tough one.
Yeah, good. We need a tough one, because people go too easy on some of the
I
talent.
have to give you the background. The boys on the show are having some kind of bromance, they call it. They're backstage, calling their girlfriends, writing love songs. Yeah,
Ronan Redfoo
they're really soft, you know. So it's not that I'm hard, it's just that they're soft.
And now, how do you get along with Nat Bass and Quake? Obviously, she's having a baby. She's just had a baby. Does anyone know the baby's name? No, it's not. No, they wouldn't name it after the father.
Yeah, she's got little Harper and little baby Hendrix now.
Hendrix.
And yeah, I met Nat a few times. And one night we were at a nightclub. She was there with her posse, I'm there with my posse, and we just kind of danced towards each other. And she can dance. She knows how to have a vibe.
Can. I do that move at clubs, but the other posse usually moves away from my shuffling. I'm like, wait,
avoid him.
Give me a number. Okay, walk away. Now, obviously, Red Foo, that we all love, right? Yes!
Loving the Red Foo glasses.
They've all got the glasses on. Now, can you tell us about him? He's obviously an incredible character. What's he like to actually judge with? How funny is he in real life?
He's intoxicating. I think, you know, he has the power to, like, you know, make you say certain things. Because, like, somebody would come on to audition and would think, okay, this is what I think about them. Then Red Foo says the opposite. And he does this Red Foo flying, and he's saying the story. By the end of the story, you're so into it, you're like, yeah, Red Foo, I'm saying whatever you're saying. And then you go, damn, that wasn't what I was going to say. And it happened a few times. And we're like, we totally got transfixed. And, you know, like, he does, like, look into my eyes.
But he does do that when he's watching some of the artists, and tonight we may see he actually sheds a tear. So it's not all just like a dancey facade.
Yeah, and it's real. Like, as I said, those guys, they're like totally hormonal. They're big girls. You know, they're up, they're down, they're laughing, they're crying. But it's all real. Like what happens on set, behind set, that's everything. I mean, you just throw yourself into this show. And I've been a fan of this show. I've watched it from, you know, at home. I used to have X Factor parties, invite my friends around. We're like, what are we going to cook? What are we going to do? And then it's like that moment when it's on. You know, you pump up the volume. And I would definitely be having a party Monday night. I don't know if anyone else here is going to like be getting together with their friends, but I'd definitely be having a party at 7:30.
And of course, the winners from this show, as well as even the runner-ups, are still doing just as well. But Samantha J, that we all love, right, guys?
Sammy J was amazing. She came back during auditions and she was saying hi to all the judges, and she came into my room and I'm like, you actually look like the third Minogue sister. You're so petite and you haven't grown into your teeth, exactly like me and my sister. And then after that, she got the role of playing Kylie in an In Excess documentary. So she's just going from strength to strength. strength and like expanding what she does from singing to acting, and she's amazing. And yeah, I mean, this show has created a lot of stars. So who you're going to see tonight could be the next biggest star.
And now, so you're about halfway through filming, and coming up, do you have a preference on what you would like? When you won, was it like solo artists? Was it males between a certain age? Was it groups? Can you reveal that?
Okay, the weirdest thing is, I mean, every year you're faced with different talent that comes through the door, and I think if we had to choose, we'd still keep changing our minds, but we get told which category we're going to get. And you never know who's going to win until the end. And in the UK, we used to write in an envelope the judges and the executive producers who we thought was going to win. And I think only once one of us got it right. And that's the good thing, is that if you could tell who was going to win on the first show, there's no point in having a show and having 10 weeks of people rooting for somebody and calling up and voting for them. It's what they do in that 10 weeks, and mentors do. It makes all the difference.
Now, beautiful. Now, we're so excited about this episode. We're about to watch it. But I did promise someone, I know this is probably against the rules from 7, we had a bit of an audition, and there was one guy that, not to get judge comments, but he just wanted to audition in front of you, if that was all right, while I take a photo. So Lee, please come on down. Welcome. 3 auditions, 1 hour.